going on, the friends? My name is M238 and welcome back to another episode of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow for the Gameboy Advance. We gotta do some backtracking now, but we were here in the dance hall. We fought some pretty painful enemies here in the dance hall, but we don't have to deal with them for much longer as we are going to head over to another new area. Now, to go about with that new area, we do have to do a bit of backtracking. So that is what we're going to be doing right now. Okay, we are back, and now we can actually head over here. So, we were here a little bit earlier, but we couldn't really do much. Now that we have the slide ability from the last part, we can now get across over here to this part. So, earlier we got a couple items. We got an equipment, and we also got another new item called the High Potion. High Potion is a stronger potion, which means it is going to heal a lot more HP than a regular potion. So it's really useful at this point of the game where if you've been gaining levels, then you would have more HP. So that's cool. All right. So you can get a high mind up right there. Again, that is a stronger weapon than the It is a stronger weapon than the, or a stronger item than the regular mind up. Okay, so if you go ahead and use the broadsword, you have to use an arcing weapon in order to find this. And then you can actually break that, and you'll get another hidden area. So, you know, hidden area instead of another hidden area, that's pretty cool. But over here you can get a Silver Ninja Super coming into this room, which I guess I'll equip. Oh my god. So you're gonna be encountering student witches, and the student witches are kind of a pain to deal with. And then we also have Durgas, and then we have this enemy. This enemy is a Nemesis. Nemesis are kind of a pain to deal with. They can only be, like, it's basically like an invisible enemy, except for their sword. Their sword is not invisible. And you can only hit their sword. And the sword has a very tiny hitbox, so it's really hard to hit it. But I'm gonna try my very best here. Okay, there we go. Oh, you're not dead. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you can actually head over here, and this is a dead end. Because that clock enemy is just gonna say, no, you can't pass. There will be a way to get past him later, obviously. But right now we can't, so we just can't worry about it right now. Right here's a save room, which, you know, if you've been taking damage like me, then you probably want it. And then we got a boss fight! And this boss is a Headhunter. So the Headhunter is a very difficult fight. So this is the first fight where a boss fight is going to have multiple phases. So this boss has 3 phases to it. The first phase is just the regular form, and wow, that was actually really easy. It actually has some attack moves, and it has the knife. and it can, and the knife doesn't really do a lot of damage, but but you can get hit by it. It's not very long range either, so it's really easy to avoid, and that's what I was trying to avoid, but I guess you guys don't get to see her attacks. Then we have this, like, old man form, I guess that's what it is. And this form flies around, and it has 2 attacks. The fire, like the little fire horse things, which are, like, really hard to avoid, because they come at you really fast. And then we have the lightning attack. The lightning can be hard to avoid, but it's really easy to predict where the lightning is going to go. And then we have the hardest form, which is the oh boy, that was a little close one right there. The lizard form. The lizard form is really annoying, and it has 2 attacks: the tongue, and then the poison breath. And you do not want to get hit by the poison breath. Now, if it's at the top, it moves really fast, and so it can be on the ground, it can be on the wall, or it could be on the ceiling. Now, when it's at the ceiling, you can kind of cheese the fight, because you can duck down, and the lizard's attacks will never hit you. And when it's at the wall like that, it's really annoying because it's really hard to hit him when it's attacking you. When it's on the ground, you can duck, and then you can sometimes avoid attacks. I was a little bit unlucky when I got hit by the breath while I was on the ground. Thankfully, things didn't go too out of hand. So when you come back to this room now, a student witch will be here, and the student witch actually has a pretty good soul if you can manage to get it. Alright, let's see. We got Curlies now, which are stronger variations of Durgas. And then we also have another new enemy, which are Valkyries. Valkyries are a pain to deal with, but if you can get their soul, it's really, really good. Unfortunately, their soul attack uses up a lot of MP, but it's worth it if you can get it. We got more Curlies. Curlies also have a really good soul. So you should probably get their soul if you can. Alright, Disc Armors. They are kind of a pain to deal with. But as long as you know their attack pattern, they should be kind of easy to avoid, although I've been doing a very bad job, as you can see. Wow! Oh my god. Thank you. Alright, there we go. You notice that I'm like doing air attacks a lot, and that's because when you attack in the air, you don't have that like stopping animation when you're attacking, because like when you're attacking you're also doing this, but then when you're doing air attacks, you don't have that like small delay, so you can land hits quicker when you're constantly jumping. So that's pretty good. Alright, so we got 2 things. We got the Hrunting. And the Hrunting is a really good weapon because it has pretty good attack power, pretty good range, really quick, and it's also a poison sword. And poison cuts your stats in half, which applies to enemies as well. So that can be very helpful. The other thing that we got just from coming up here is the Undine Soul. The Undine Soul allows you to become Jesus, which means we can walk on water, which is a cool thing. You technically don't need it, but it's gonna make your life harder if you decide to skip it. Alright, so let's see. Head over here. Got more Curlies and more Valkyrie. Now also, we have another new enemy. We have the Kyoma Demon. And their soul's pretty good as well. What their soul is, it makes you invincible. It's either invincible or invisible. Either way, you're immune to damage. Which is pretty good. Alright, so this is where the Undine soul comes in handy. We're walking on water! And then of course you can drop down and then you'll be on water again. But it's still a pretty cool soul to have. This is a pretty good room where you can get the Curly soul. Because there's quite a number of Curlies in here. So now we have Imps. Imps are the more... They're like... Not really an upgraded version of Fleamen. But... they are really, just like Fleamen, they are really annoying to deal with. Like, they don't hurt. They don't do heavy amount of damage to you. But they're quite a pain to deal with because if you get hit by them, if you get hit by their spear, then, like, they're gonna make you stuck. Which can be annoying when you're dealing with them while also dealing with multiple enemies as well. Okay, so I believe we head this way. We have a warp room, okay? Again, I'm like farming XP as I'm making my way back to where I left off. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Valkyrie soul. That's fine. And these enemies right here have a pretty good soul as well if you can manage to get their soul. Now, if you head over here, you're not gonna really get anything. Besides fighting a bunch of enemies. Also, these enemies, the Liliths, they are also a pain to deal with. I've said that for like a lot of enemies so far. These guys can suck up your HP. Which can be annoying. Let's see. You go and head this way. Wow, okay. Let's see what we got. We're not supposed to go here, but this is kind of something to show off. And we are in the... Well, we are on the top floor. That means that it's time to beat the game! Except not, because can't get up there. Oh well. But then if you also go over here, then this takes you back to the castle corridor. But we're not going there right now. So we're just gonna head our way back for now. So that's a little cool thing to show off. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, well, the good news is that we're not dead, but... Man, I've been taking a lot more damage than I would like. Okay, so you can drop down in either one of the holes, and both holes will take you down. Actually, no, okay. Let's see what's down on the other part. Because there was another hole down here. Oh, that is progression, okay. Okay, I thought the other one that I went into was progression, but I was wrong. Alright, then in that case, let's let us explore this. This is bad. I am comboed by enemies. Please leave me alone. No. Okay. Alright, we're fine. Okay, yeah, all this here for mind up. Oh my god. Please die. Thank you. Oh my god. A lot of manga-esque moments here. But should be fine. We'll survive. You can fight these enemies too if you want even more XP. But if you head this way, then this takes us again back to the castle corridors. Great. So now you're gonna be asking, where do I go now? And conveniently this takes us near where we need to go anyway, now that we have the Undine soul. So we're gonna head over there right now. Wow. Alright. Now I'm not too concerned about my HP here because these are early enemies that you shouldn't have a hard time defeating. And they barely do any damage to us. Okay, so we need to head down and about. And we are back over here. And with the Undine Soul, we can walk on the water and we can head up here. There is like a little trick that you can do. Like, I'm gonna unequip this real quick and show this off. Well, okay, well first I need to get rid of this guy, okay. There we go! Okay, so, that was like a wall jump glitch, kind of, except you do need double jump in order to perform that. It's not really a glitch. It's just something really weird with the double jump mechanic that allows you to get up here without the Undine Soul, and this allows you to like skip having to go into the dance hall or the study. Or no, the dance hall or the inner quarters. That does mean that because you're skipping those areas, you're missing out on a bunch of experience points, so that's unfortunate. Hold on. Oh boy. Oh man. That enemy is a huge pain in the butt to deal with, because as you just saw, the little laser that comes out of the enemy's eye will turn you into stone, and that is not a good thing. And then we have the dead horse, and that enemy is also a pain to deal with. And so there's this is where the game gets really hard. So next time on Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, we're gonna be exploring the floating garden. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.